Yo, yo, yo! It is time for day 9. So yeah, day 9, last summons before we have to save, because we won't get much more chances to save. So the biggest relief by far, and it's not even close, is if we could bag ourselves an inspiration hero, right? It doesn't matter who. The only important part is that we do get one. Otherwise, it's not looking good, right? And one of the reasons why I'm at least somewhat confident that we can get an inspiration hero, also getting these 2 divines at 13,000 points would be sweet, is because we still have campaign left open. We are on E3 on H6, and I guess technically on 9-1. So campaign, if we need to go there. Daily sign in day 9. And these are our current resources. We're going to be pulling on the 2x banners. There is no way we're pulling for either Lynx or Volcra. So we're going to be going with the 65 plus 3,600, as well as all the cashback from, or whatever you want to call it, right? From doing our summons, from selling the rares, as well as obviously anything else we can sneak ourselves daily. So we have to check the shops, we do our guild boss rewards, we take this summon, very beautiful, and obviously if there's any pieces we need to buy, we'll also do that. So, there was a stamina potion for gold. That is about as good a deal as can be. So we can be very, very happy with that one. On the note of preparation, we also are pretty much prepared for pulling a Dolores. Almost great, no defense percent. But before we get any further, what's good, Kyle? Sarif, a well-behaved dog. What a name. And Plog, welcome back. Let's hope Yal can channel your inner lucky person for us. Hey, original big town, welcome. And we can walk away with something truly useful. There's another discount lag. There's another discounted big lag. Another discounted summon waiting for us. Maybe we can get one. Okay, yeah, sure. We take those. We're getting a lot of discounted summons. Very happy. Very happy. Sure, why not? I think that's like 6 or 7. We can do 2 divines. We're actually missing exactly 1 divine shard. Buying that one for 50 gems? Sign me up. That is crazy. I was wondering where we in the hell would be able to get a single divine shard. And you can see this, 30 out of 30. That is surprising. Very surprising. I don't know. Sure. More of that, why not? Was this 150 stamina? Yeah, okay, we take those. Storyline, we're currently locked for tomorrow. We need to get wave 30, which is obviously day 10. We are not on day 10 yet. And here we just send out one of the to like the Mushroom Kingdom, so we can maybe get another Golden Birch Sap and try a mystery reward. On the note of rewards, Cave of Relic, we somehow managed to come in 2nd. Vault in the Sands, we're 5th. 60 gems. It's alright. What else? Quests. Yeah, we can do all the quests, everything else. Let's just collect the guild rewards. Collect the Drake's Chasm. Nice. Maybe a divine from Nightmare 3. No, we only see we did divine chest, which is I believe 2000. We got like a 2000 score. That would have been a tad bit too much. So yeah, main idea: pull something useful, then make progress, then pull more useful stuff. And just briefly, it's always almost tradition. It's almost tradition. So let's quickly channel our inner spirit on what we actually need to walk away with here. So, main focus, legendary wise, would be a Beelzebub or a Constant, so we don't have to worry about a Dolores. But instead of getting a Beelzebub or a Constant, we can also just straight up get a Dolores. I would not mind that one bit. Hatset. She would be incredibly useful. And we wouldn't say no to a Hatset. On the other hand, there's another epic we desperately need, and that is Hollow. Outside of Hollow, the last real strong epic that we're missing would be Astrid. And then there's a couple obscure ones. And those are... What's her face? Imani. If we can somehow walk away with an Imani, we can fuse a Micah. So Imani to fuse a Micah would be amazing. And let's quickly check. Who is it that we need? Who is it that we need for the Salazar fusion? Summon fusion Salazar. A Lily. A Lily it is. Let me quickly skip the song again, because it's vocals. Yeah, alright, that should be fine. So, we want a... What do we say? A Lily. A Lily would be fantastic. So, Lily. Vortex, we already... I'll show you who we already have. We have quite a juicy array of heroes already, but yeah, the last one we put on here is Vortex, and anything else past this is just... It's just a nice surprise, alright? But yeah, this is kind of like our impressive to look at gang. So just as a recap, for those of you that did catch one of the parts and not all of them and are wondering what's going on, our latest edition yesterday, we hustled a bit, we beat every single stage on 18, and we got rewarded with a Naraka. So, yeah, that happened. Outside of that, you can see we have a Magda and we have a Malvira, as well as a Cerberus, Absent, Valeria, and Rozak. Epic-wise, I've basically already told you the ones we truly need. Yeah. On the other hand, copies, any copies of like Idril, Maul, Deimos, Greed would be okay. Would be okay. A Silas? Yeah, I mean, give us Silas Vierna, the dual combo, I won't complain. Huh? So, let's just get into the first summons, and depending on how they go, we'll either have to hard grind campaign to get more summons, or we can relax a bit. And, yeah. So, the most important thing of them all is inspiration. So, because inspiration is so important, how many of you believe that we walk away with the inspiration hero? Do we get a inspo hero? Yes or no? Because this is truly what we need. Otherwise, we're going to get gated by content like no tomorrow. We don't have like infinite amount of summons, but we have a quite good amount, especially that we also get something back from the events and all that. So you can be somewhat confident with what we have. Baba incoming. First C. Narissa is most wanted. Hey, if we can get in Narissa, that would be amazing, but we don't need her yet. Though the inspiration from Narissa might even be a good substitute. So let's get a quick idea of how many of you think we can walk away with an inspiration hero. 80%. Now I like these odds. Araka, yes. Beat every stage on 18 and we got an Araka. Yeah. Okay. Here we. Oh. Now we keep the music on. No, we turn on in-game music. For the very last time, let's turn on in-game music in case there is a hero trailer. I don't do it usually. I don't do it often. But considering this is like one of our last big summoning sessions for quite a while, we can try. Let's put it like to 10. Let's turn it a bit down. Alright, let's see. Come on! Tempo number 1. We're starting off with an epic. It's a Scorch. It's another copy. It is a double copy. Oleg is amazing. We take Oleg A1, but we don't have quite a lot of epics, alright? We have a couple, but we don't have that many. The amount of duplicate epics we're getting is kind of frightening. Double epic pull, great way to start this off. And it's another epic. It's another copy. I think a copy of a hero we already sold. I'm quite sure we already got rid of Kalina, unfortunately. Waste. That is not good. That is 90 gems. Oh! Come on. Dolores, please. No. Yes. No. Okay. Double epic. We are still only on the second of 8 pulls. Of 10 pulls. There's still 8 left. It's a new one. It's not Dolores. But a triple epic pull. That is quite a lot of epics in a single 10x. Every single time the card pops up, there's a potential that we get something useful. We're still looking for Imani or Lily for the fusions. Next one. Okay, another chance. What epics are on the 20? We're not pulling on the 20x. I mean, we can check, but no, they are super trash. Yeah, Greed, Scorch, or Ziren. No, super trash. Alright. We get another healer. It's alright. Another 10x. Ouch. It's a lot of gems, at least. Oh, legendary! Come on! Come on! Give us something! Fuck. I mean... we talked about how I would have liked Space Horse instead of Absan, but we already have Razak and we already have Maul. What are we gonna do with Fenris? Like, sure, we have another Rage Regenerator for the Northerner faction. It's a good pull, okay? It's not a crazy pull, it's not a trash pull. It is an acceptable one. But we don't know what's still in the pull. Yeah! Let's go! Job done! Job done! We do not need to vary! Let's go! Now we just... Hey, we did also get our Rage Region hero. So we got Fenris for Rage Region, and then we got Dolores for Inspo. Easy money. Nice. So now everything else is just bonus. Everything else is just bonus. We got Dolores. Whew. We have Dolores out of the way. That is huge. All right, let's continue. Let's see if we can get someone for the fusion. That is not a fusion. And we probably will use her for fodder. Let's do another one. A lot. But why Iron? Why not Aeon? It's alright. We take it. We take it. Come on, one more shot at something useful. Come on. What? What? A Dolores copy? Okay. Another new epic. Still not one of the fusions. And another Deimos. We still have a lot of rewards to get. So let's do that.
These waters of impurities.
Yeah, whatever Razak's talking about, right? Let's sell some rares. 1,000 gems. Nice. Let's collect the spiritual altar. 300 gems. Next reward would be another 300, then some psychic power. Ooh, making it to 13,000 is going to be quite difficult. Let's see what the Orchid trial has for us. Psychic power shards. We take those. We need those so we can 6-star Dolores. We have enough so we can instantly 6-star Dolores, which is great. We still have our divines left too. Okay, 2 more. And then we do the divines and then we see what happens. Ouch. That was waste. Okay, we need 57 more diamonds. We know how to get them.
Waters of impurities.
There we go. Next 10 pull, come on. Come on, give us something gold, huh? One of the fusion heroes. Or a holo. One of the fusion heroes or a holo. How about it? Huh? Sure. We needed someone to apply shield so we can get some rage region for Fenris. We take it. And another Mary copy. Not bad, not bad. Divines. 2 times rate up. 12% chance. Our last 3 divines were trash. Our first 2 divines were disgustingly good. At the end of the day, it's going to be 50-50. We either get a legendary or we don't. Come on, useful epic, please.
So many deceived young souls.
Eh. Okay, it's another epic.
Time reigns, be it order or chaos.
We take those. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do with her, but magic main DPS secured. for now.
Everything, in its very essence, is just a matter of time.
Let's see if we can get any more rewards, or if we already have to move to campaign to get something crazy. Legendary shards aren't going to help us. How many points are we at? 6,800. So we still need a bunch of points, which means we have to do a lot of campaign over the weekend so we can get those summons out.
I will rid these waters
Overall,
of impurities.
first let's move the game to mute so that we don't have to listen to this anymore. But hey, summoning with sound on, it's been a while. It's been even kind of nostalgic, you could say, to a degree. So, what did we get? We have one new shiny person, which is Fenris. It is hard to say how much value we'll get out of Space Horse, but we will probably get more value out of Space Horse than out of Absan. So there's that. Next up, let's do a couple of our awakenings. 2 Deimoses. Our Deimos is basically A5. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Then we have an Ein awakening. Yeah. Okay. Huh? This one is really nice. We don't have to use our soulstone, and we're getting the 20%, which means we'll save our soulstones until we can A5 Dolores. Are we gonna max awaken Space Horse? Yeah, sure, we're gonna get soulstones and then we're gonna max awaken Space Horse because we got nothing better to do, eh? The Oleg awakening is quite nice. But yeah, I find it so interesting that we didn't get one of the fusions, like an Imani or a Lily. I don't think that was too outrageous to ask for. Lightlock, we're not going to... I guess we can awaken him for now, because even awakened, we can still use him as fodder if we need to. Apparently, yeah, no, we don't have 2 Scorches. So, a Mary, yeah, let's get the Mary awakening. A3 means 1 longer ult duration, sure, not bad. Okay, so overall, the Dolores pull was huge. This was basically what we were looking for all along. So the Dolores pull is humongous. The Dolores pull is very, very nice. The Ein pull is very unexpected. The Deimos pull is pretty unexpected. Scorch is obviously... so we're going to feed Scorch. We're going to feed... what's his name? Voroth. So Voroth is going to die. Scorch is going to die. Komodo is probably going to die. We can fuse him back later if we need to. Phelan is going to die. No, Phelan we're going to keep. Just for fun. Kalina is going to die. Yeah. For now... let's get some upgrades into Dolores. Bing, bam, boom, bam. Bam, bing, bam, boom, bam, bing, bam. We probably don't have enough to like awaken her properly or like promote. Yeah, we have to stop a promotion too. What about the rest? Needs a bunch of goldens, but outside of that we have most. Okay, skill ups. Skill ups are gonna be huge. Perfect. Inspiration. Nice. Inspiration. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Obviously this one's kind of important too, to an extent. So we can get some more rage. But hey, getting the inspiration talent maxed out, that's quite good. So how realistic is it for us First divination is free. What is this? Privilege card for 3 days. But it costs us gems. Right? Oh, reforge item. I know where I want to use that one on. Huh. Let's see. I want this one. Haha! Very good. Divination, 50 gems. Probably too expensive for just a privilege card. I don't know. Two 10 puts to get a priv card 3 days? This one? You think it's the same for everyone? That would be interesting. Two Lego skill crystals? I mean, it's 1.5, right? But we don't have the legendary skill dust to make any use of the crystals. I think we have like 6 or 7 crystals. Oh, 3 summons? Ah, but no flips, no flips. Let's do the excavation. Anybody remembers top of their head? Floor 9? Maybe? If anybody remembers floor 9, let me know. We got 30 picks. Let's get ourselves some stamina. Yeah? I mean, I could also check for pictures technically. Maybe we should. Ooh, a lot of stamina. What about gallery? Okay, so we got the Watcher bonus done. We got the Northerner bonus done. And we got the Chaos Dominion bonus number 1. Oh, because we pulled Aatrox. Huh. Huh. Show the floor. Floor 9 here. Sorry. Here. We need tiny one and the other ones. So just go row. Go like give me 2 numbers. Number 1 is the horizontal ones and number 2 is the vertical ones, all right? So give me 2 numbers. Bottom right? I can understand bottom right. But yeah, if you want to give like for this one, for this tiny one, I need 2 numbers. So like row and then, so first row and then height. All the way bottom right. Okay, it's easy. Okay, last one. Where is it? Is it here? There? Here? There? Where do we start? Or maybe like go from the cane in the middle of the cane. Here? Okay. Huh, yeah. Alright. Maybe we can also do floor 10. I don't quite know what we meant to do with all these rewards because we're not yet far enough. Okay, let's see. Center. It is indeed the center. We know how to get rid of that guy. I mean, there's not enough space here. It's probably here too, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have to be middle, huh? Yeah. Oh, shit. We failed. We failed a tab. That is unbelievable. Bottom on both sides. Alright. Let's get those. Ah, we don't have enough. We're missing 2 picks. And game's lagging. Oh. What's going on? What do we need to get 2 more? Spend stamina, participate in arena, clear stages, obtain gear rates, complete individual. Yeah. We're going to get that done, no problem. But yeah, it's not like we can really do a whole bunch with the rewards. But this does remind me of the fact that we have a decision to make. Do we stop here, because technically speaking, during the anniversary or whenever we summon again, there will be a same event like this. But also, this is 3 more psychic powers, 1,300 gems, no, 1,400 gems, and 2 divines. Like, let's see what are we thinking about this, because we did get our inspiration here, which is crazy. We even got it twice. So let's see how much, if at all, right? So we have the option of, let's say, 7k, 10k, 15k, let's say 13k, and don't summon. All right, those are our options for today. I wonder if we can even make it there. But we'll definitely give it a shot, that's for sure. So, I look at the results in a bit. First, we'll have to figure out how can we promote Dolores. Did we beat Extreme 1? Yes, we did. Dolores needs 16. So let's do this 3 times in the background real quick. Let's check out the daily rewards. So the stamina potion. Don't do it, but we are going to buy the autos. Yeah, anything outside of that is whatever. Maybe we'll buy the stamina potions by selling like Komodo or something. Because if you look at it like that, selling Komodo would be equivalent to 180 gems. Right? Or not someone like Komodo who we confuse, maybe Kalina because we don't like her, right? Once we sell her, we could then get ourselves 180 gems worth of stamina pots. They're going to come in useful at one point or another. Damn! Looks like it's pretty much tied between either just a tiny amount of summons or go all the way to the divines. I kind of want to go to the divines, not gonna lie. Okay, let's do it like this. We do campaign hard 6, get ourselves the divine there, pull said divine, the one from hard 616, pull the hard 616 divine, and just see what we get, right? Just see what we get and then decide how to move on from there. So let's update our objective. Boom, no. No, not new document. Open. What the fuck did I name it? Oh, maybe we can just Untitled 2, Untitled. I mean, at the end of the day, it's 2 text fields I put on a fucking screen. It's not that bad. We can just whip that up in a couple seconds. Okay, maybe a minute. Goal. Boom. Our current goal is obviously beat H 615. That's a long chapter. Not gonna lie. Do a divine. Boom. Ah, did the auto fail or is it done? Let's find out together. I would put my money on it probably went well, otherwise it would have failed quite a bit earlier. Boom, bam. And the objective noise. So that was our last objective, and now we have a new one. There we go. It's a bit tiny. Perfect. Looks alright. Not the most beautiful thing ever, but it's fine. Let's see. Definitely 7 as you're so close, but the rest depends on if you're saving for anniversary or going for Baba Beatrix. We don't need to go for Baba Beatrix anymore, I would say. Like, it's not a 2x by 20x and we already got Dolores, so we're not going for Baba Beatrix either way. Are there any plans to redo Tower of Deception since they changed the boss fight? Yay. Maybe yes, maybe no, I'll have to see. We got a Dolores, yes, we even got her twice, which is very nice. And also, yo, Simon, welcome back. I hope Moonton adds a sell button when forging artifacts like when forging gear. I would definitely simplify certain processes. Now, we have another hero to upgrade because our current healer layout is trash garbage, which means let's quickly bring Vortex to 5. And then see how close we can get to bring him to 6. Because I feel like it's getting to the point where upgrading a tank might be useful. Upgrading healer, but maybe it's a bit too early for that too. 1-star promoted Vortex though. Should be better than a Camille. Like, how bad can it really be? Should at least be better than a Camille. Yeah, where do we have our HP sets currently? Liam. Yeah. Liam has some nice attack speed too. So Liam, Magda needs our tank gear. The proper one from Magda, Melvira from Magda. Melvira needs our DPS set, which is currently on Idril. And then Idril gets the DPS set that's on Razak? No. Maul. Come on. There we go. And the top piece can make way for the crit rate one. And here we're just looking for HP. Better than nothing. Yeah, better than not having anything at all, I guess. Maybe we can get some high HP here. Attack speed roll. Ooh, decent, honestly. So 214, that's alright. Where do we put Valeria's gear? Could technically keep it on Valeria. The question is how useful is a 5-star Valeria going to be? Answer is probably not that useful. But yeah, our Northerner team is looking quite exciting. We have a lot. We have a couple other funny people. We obviously need to get a rocker in here. Okay, double healer, double tank, double AoE, double ground unit. Oh yeah, on the note of Dolores though, do we have gear for Dolores? Yeah, we can use a bit of our gold to see if we can maybe get some nice Dolores pieces. This is exactly the wrong way. If this was low crit damage, low defense, high attack flat, would have thought about it. Maybe this piece. Only if we don't have anything better. Yeah, these rolls are obviously unfortunate. This one might have potential depending on how high. I trust that the attack flat is going to be decent. Ah, good piece. Yeah, let's see some more. Not quite. Maybe this one is decent. Oh, this has potential. There goes that potential. We did say we had one that was considerably useful. Not this one. Which was this piece, right? 297. What is this piece doing on a Magda anyway? So let's just steal that from her. HP, HP, HP. This is bit at HP flat. Defense, defense, HP. Oh, wow. Oh, not too terrible. Okay, we're getting a bit sidetracked. We now need to get the funds to upgrade a third piece for Dolores. So attack, attack flat. This piece right here. But to afford this, we need, and we're probably not gonna get yeah, okay. So to get to level 16, we need to get some cash flowing. Which means we need to get rid of a couple pieces. Yeah, this one is the easy goner. I like the interface that you can now enhance, but I don't like when that enhancement interface is like laid over the pieces. Yeah, bit unfortunate. Boom, boom, bang. Some more pieces. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. We keep, we sell. We sell. Sell. Keep. Yeah, we still keep this one. Okay, 156k. Is this enough? Is this enough to give ourselves the edge? Nope. Sell a kidney. Yep. Just reworked some gear on my hex. What do you think? A5 hex exclusive RT 112 kbp exclusive Aegis you know what, AW 18k attack, 337 attack speed, 100 crit rate, 310% crit damage. That's with triple attack percent. Maybe a bit low on the attack speed, because is it additional 337 or is it 337 total? Because if it's 337 total and you're using a what's the name? Come on. You know what I mean, right? The set, if you're using a set, your attack speed could be a bit higher. But if it's plus 337, then that is obviously a different story. Alright, 38k. We can do 2 more attempts. Nice. Now we just need to ruin our perfectly fine build with some trashed here. With some trashed here left side gear. Yeah. 17%. 13%. Fantastic. Yeah. On the note of skill, we're broke anyway. Hey, Carms was good. Have you seen the video with the green horse guy? Looks amazing. This one? No? Let me see. Main. Fuck. Destin's Discord? Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, this shit. Yeah, that's just leaked stuff from the test server that wasn't even meant to be there. But yeah. Yeah. Back-to-back legendaries on the vines. Ooh, that is sweet, T-Killer. That is sweet. Excited for the new dragon? Which dragon? But yeah, obviously we're again going into, yeah, Zatrum obviously, but we're again getting into, you could say, leaker territory. But yeah, it's going to be around like 2 weeks before we get information on the tactical mastery heroes. Pretty much. Alright, which is, it's a bit, but it's going to be after 5-year banner, and it's going to be around a week, better said, more like 10 days before anniversary. Alright, Extreme 2, we have our heroes geared. How much blood on Dragon 3? 2,000. We can check our records, maybe? No, we can't, because we used the friend assist. Yeah, like 2,000 something. It wasn't quite a lot. We got like the second chest on NM3. Yo, Joker, was good. And not so much? Oh, relax. 2,000 on NM3 for day 8? Huh? 2,000 on NM3 for day 8? I would say we're doing quite fine. But yeah, our single target menaces like Valeria and Deimos and such aren't yet that upgraded. Hey, Dead Soul was good. What the hell do we do with these pickaxes now? It's done, right? I mean, oh no. We still need, is it 2? 8. We're getting way more. But also you're not meant to know where everything is. You're meant to be able to do it with, yeah, alright. It's fine. we just kind of cheating a bit. Yeah, complete. Okay, good enough. Daily quests. Daily quest taken. Oh wow, we also got a mythic extract out of the 3 runs of Extreme 1. Huh. Insignia of Endurance, Extreme 2. We need to beat Extreme 2 so that we can farm it, so that we can... okay, do we put in Dolores? We can try. So, we want to beat Extreme 2 so we can farm something in the background while playing campaign. Gotta do multiple things at the same time, gotta stay active. Let's try Melvira. Let's see if she's strong enough. She has a nice amount of block. And she might even be able to keep them occupied long enough for them to die. Yeah, Melvira, look at this. This is 5-star, right? Melvira, she's still 5 stars and she's doing well. Very proud of her. That teaser you showed, are those on the anniversary then? I thought it was Kigiri. Should I skip Kigiri? Bet those 2 make him obsolete. Yes, obviously the anniversary is not going to be Kigiri. On the anniversary we're getting 3 heroes. And probably more. But I don't yet know how strong they are. I don't know what they do. You'll have to wait for that. It's going to take a while before we get more information. Let's not start with Magda. Though on the other hand, I still believe Kigiri. You shouldn't really skip a Kigiri, right? Especially if you don't have him. If you do have a Kigiri already, it will be easier depending on how good they are. But if you don't, no. All right, just get Kigiri. And also, we don't even know when Kigiri drops. It might be that Kigiri drops after these heroes. We'll have to see. Like the period for the next... Vortex isn't promoted enough for him to have good range. So the period after the Fascia banner, which is after the 3rd... No, I think it's the 1st. June 1st is when Fascia banner disappears. That one's going to be very critical to see how you should actually decide on what to do with your resources. I don't know, man. Either way, I'm screwed. I don't want to get caught with no resources when they release the next Ingrid. They've hyped the tactical mastery so much it's going to be better than Kigiri, I bet. Do we have confirmation? I mean, we know that we're getting tactical mastery heroes, but everything besides that is going to be released at a later date. That's pretty much it. Is Fascia A1 worth it? Only if you need the damage reduction. Like, for example, if you're running a Numera, you're not really going to need the damage reduction from Fascia. If you're running... let's make sure we get that guy before he walks through. If you're running Volca, you also aren't going to need it, but if you already have a team combination in mind, right? At the end of the day, you're guaranteed to get Fascia, and you'll also get another legendary on the way towards the 200 summons, so a limited banner never really is a bad idea. As long as you still have like a decent stockpile of summons. What's the highest BP I've seen on an Hex? I don't know, probably 115. I could technically go to the test server and test out how high I can push one, but I'm not gonna do that. Exactly. In general, just don't skip Kigiri. Alright, let's say 30 runs. Just so we don't have to worry about the endurance. We're gonna need it for Melvira, we're going to need it for Dolores, we're going to need it for Vortex, so let's just do 30 runs. And see what we end up with, because we've got some campaign to do. I feel like we can just pick the same team we used right there. It's a very competent team, I think. We've got Rage Regen, we've got Inspiration, we have double healers, we've got double tanks. Someone is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay, let's take out the Rage Regen and put in Lord? Or maybe for now we take out Dolores and go with Rage Regen. Yeah. We did beat Mage Extreme 2 on like day 5 or something, but that was because we mainly had a Magda and we did know the stage decently well. Huh? You could say decently well. What's the limiter on hard? Is it letting people die or is it 6 units right now? I hope it's not letting anybody die. Oh yeah, absolutely. The current banner is meant to be WAG. Because last weekend, basically everybody that wanted to summon did summon. Everybody that wanted to tap out on their resources did do so. So this banner is intentionally weaker. And we also already know the banners for next week, which are going to be Beatrix, Beelzebub, and Facia Rerun, as well as Morrigan, Alistair, Ancients. Don't summon on these Ancients, alright? Only have 6. Fuck. Alright, we'll do it again. It's a bit of wasted stamina. You got a brand new Merrick? Hey, you take those. You take those. Alright. Who do we get rid of? We need double tank. We want to keep double healer, which means we can keep 2 damage dealers. So the Lord has to go. Yeah. Solid enough. Source of AoE. Source of single target, source of air hitting, source of ground unit, source of ground damage. Should carry us far enough in this chapter. You really want the Beatrix, but you don't have a Morrigan. I mean, that's fine. You don't necessarily need a Morrigan just to make a Beatrix really work. But always the question is, what would you need that unit for? What would you want to achieve with the unit? You've got Beatrix on Divine Nascent and Bubba from Choose Your Hero, so I'm good to save another week. Nice. You get the banner before the banner, huh? Faction Trials or Arena? Yeah, then you should probably not focus in so much on a Beatrix. Like, she's gonna be good, but she's not gonna revolutionize the way you approach Faction Trials or Arena. Yeah, you don't have an Ingrid and a Beatrix beats you a lot. I guess you can make it into Overlord if you try real hard, but the cap should be somewhere in like the, yeah, pretty much Overlord, because otherwise you're just gonna run into chaotic teams and Ingrid teams and you can't quite beat them with Curse. Oh yeah, her ult is nice, but the problem is when the BP gets so high that it's just not quite enough. Or more importantly, if you really want to use a Beatrix, you also kind of want to use a Beelzebub. And if you want to use a Beelzebub, you also kind of want to use an Anora too. You kind of go down like that Curse rabbit hole. But yeah, Curse unfortunately isn't quite meta at the moment. And it even became a little bit worse with them nerfing the HP of waves 1 through 4. Which is obviously an advantage for every team. Every team will now have an easier time dealing with the first 4 waves. But Ingrid will also have an easier time dealing with the first 4 waves, which Yeah. I'm just not planning on ever getting Ingrid. You need to work around. Get yourself Lubu and Ardea. Way easier. Way easier. But nah, the best workaround ever is just to get lucky. I heard. Garn? 2. Yeah, just get a Garn 2. Summon for Nashi and get an Ingrid. What an unwelcome surprise, obviously. It depends. Like, especially if you play it manually, you might find a way to beat an Ingrid team with a chaotic team. It's not uncommon. Get practice I won an Ingrid in my Smurf account. That is pretty sweet. Still on level 40. That is gross negligence, but it is at least your Smurf. Ancient summons Haunty. Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantees, right? Like, there's a couple people that are missing out on an Ardea even once they pulled on the raid ups because there is no, there's no guarantee that you'll ever get a ancient non-Lego. Non-Lord Lego. There you go. But you could also get 10 of them in the same temple. It's also possible. But yeah, just because you could doesn't mean you will. Hey DD Gaming, welcome. Nice, we got ourselves some energy. How is the auto fight going? 7 out of 30. That's still a bit away. That's still a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. The new green skeleton hero looks Lord. If you say so. Two legendaries on Zilla 2. What? I need some more context, I'm sorry. Oh wait, I just skip all Valdrons and Ingrids. Interesting. Oh! I'm planning to use my reset book on Zilto to get back 2 legendary stones. I have A0 Power, A0 Soaker. What would be your advice? A1 both. Yeah. Praetor's A1 is one of the strongest in the game, and Sogadin's A1 is one of the strongest in the game. Probably just A1 both. You just did your summons on your new account and you got a Talon and a Nyx, which is huge. Now you can go for Gear A3. Congratulations! Make sure you use a friend assist. Oh, come on, please, Idris, come on, go, come on, one shot. Let's go! Idris strong! No, shoot the fly, no, Idris, come on, please. Yeah, let's go! Not even close. Your 400 ancients wouldn't mind a new lord and a Dragon anniversary banner. Ooh. And until now, you know, it is crazy, right? This choose your free legendary thing If you didn't use it within the first month, you're probably never going to use it. Until you have everyone but one on A5. Yeah. And also it feels especially weird if you already have everyone of that banner at least once, right? It's not like, oh, you can just pick Eloin, oh, you can just pick Torador. I know you won't confirm, but at least laugh at my comments so we can know the horse guy is a lord. No. You got Ajax from that? Decent. Nice. Okay, 5 more enemies and then like what, 10 more stages? We're not on chapter 6 yet, right? Aren't we on this looks like chapter 5. This is chapter 5, right? Or is it chapter 4? This doesn't look like chapter 6. Isn't chapter 6 the one with like all the suicidal sacrificial people? Because chapter 7 is the one with like the tentacles and whatnot, and then chapter 8 is Calypso, so this is 5. Yeah, no, it's 3. Wait, what the fuck are we playing? Did nobody want to tell me that we're playing the wrong thing? We want to get the device. When did we didn't even start. How did nobody notice? Why did nobody tell me? I mean, okay, I should have noticed that shit by myself, but we were playing the wrong campaign. Why are we playing expert campaign? What are we doing? What are we doing here? This did not look like. Yeah, see, and this is also clear the stage with no hero killed. It's all coming together. It all makes sense now. Damn. Now we're again back to 0. We're 15 stages away. Yikes. And it's going to take a bit. You just wanted a longer stream? Oh, you smart about it, huh? Oh, on another note though, we have quite a lot of ancients. I think we already have like 5, maybe even 6. So, yeah, surprisingly, we do have quite a decent stockpile of ancients already, which means after the Morrigan Alistair banner, we may even be able to do like 20. Depending on how generous celebrations, logins, event shop, event rewards, normal rewards, depending on how generous all that turns out. Because outside of event rewards and logins, which are event rewards, we don't quite have a source of ancients as of this moment. I'm still of the fast opinion that we probably won't be able to break 1k when it comes to Guild Wars 2, at least for now. We might be able to take like a Narissa Percy friend assist, put all our best units in, and then we could stand a chance. You just joined. What will I do with my regular summons this weekend? We spent them all already. We spent our 150 summons and 2 divines. We walked away with, most importantly, a Dolores. So now the question is, after we farm this campaign and after we open the divine from campaign, how much further do we go in this summoning event? If we go 120 points further, which is the divine, do we make it to 13,000 points so we can get 2 more divines as well as some gems on the way? Or do we rather save our summons for in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get a limited unit? That's the decision we have to make. Void Rift's already done. At least the normal one. Void Rift Elite next week might pose a challenge, and then Void Rift Hard the week after. It depends on how fast we are with the gear rates. Off the top of your head, is there any benefit to first clearing a stage 19? Like, is the achievement good for doing 119 stage? Is there even one for that? Or is there only an achievement for doing like 3? No? Okay. Do I even play my main account? I mostly play the test server anyway. It's pretty much the same thing. And also obviously we also have the test server live version, so it's not really like I'm lacking for a vehicle to do stuff with. On a new account, what do you think I should do? Can't decide whether to farm XP or do campaign or farm gear. By new I mean level 13. I'm asking because I see you did so much in 9 days. Campaign. Try to get to stage 8-4 as fast as possible. 8-4 is the most efficient XP stage you're going to find. And you want to make your way to 8-4. You can farm a bit. You can farm a bit of XP on the way to 8-4 to make your way easier. But preferably you want to spend as few stamina points as possible to get to chapter 8-4. You can definitely do promotion rates though. If you need your hero stronger, do promotion rates instead of XP rates. And once you get to 8-4, you want to spend around 2,000, 3,000 stamina with an XP bonus, very important, with an XP bonus active on doing XP rate, so you can work towards your first 6-star. Once you get your first 6-star, you want to pick a AoE unit. With that AoE 6-star, you can then pretty much start working on getting better gear. And that's kind of the order of things. Like for example for us, we made our way toward 8-4, we farmed a bunch of XP, we got our Rezark up, and do take advantage of all these events that provide 5-star psychic powers and such. Because with those, you're getting a bunch of stuff. And also campaign, you said you're level 13, so I'm guessing you haven't yet gotten your guaranteed legendary on summon 60. So, or like, it's between 50 and 70. The exact number I'm never quite sure of. But between 50 and 70, you're guaranteed a legendary anyway. So play campaign, get your first legendary, and hopefully get something that is incredibly good and helps you with making your life easier. Yes, we did get Araka from the clear every gear rate 18 reward. We didn't pull her. We actually got her gifted. What we did pull is a Fenris. What are we gonna do with the Fenris? Not quite sure yet. Not on affection traits. At least. Only Voltus, Nero and Mary. You can also go with Idril, right? Like single, it's not necessary that you pick a 6-star AoE unit first. Single target is fine too. But yeah. Apparently we're collecting all of them. I think we have them all. I think we have the magic trifecta. So, we have Evelyn. We have Fenris, Space Horse. And we got Absent. Oh, Edith. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think I know what our next legendary is going to be. Oh, your first legendary was the Salazar and you get a Lucius a bit later. You can focus on Lucius if you want. If you want to know just a bit of direction, you can definitely upgrade Lucius to 6 stars. As your first 6-star, and he's pretty much going to do a very, very good job for your account. Okay, let's once again update this pre-saved formation from before, which means some people need to go, some can stay. Yeah, alright. Edith solves our gear dungeon too. We can also just use a borrowed, right? If worst comes to worst, we can just use a borrowed, and also we won't be running into any real problems until stage 8, and our account is absolutely not ready for stage 8 anyway. No problem at all. Yes, we're no fun, and if I can, I want to greatly avoid even having to think about what to do with an ANNIV, huh? Because if we can just get it like that, then that won't be any issue. Huh, and I thought you're good at this game. Yes, I am absolute garbage. I have never ever done anything good anyway. Maybe one of the new anniversary heroes has a horse and we get that instead. That would be fun. Imagine if we pull a unreleased unit because they accidentally released them into the banners already. That would be spicy. Is the name Centaur's Guide? No, our name actually was Lord Krark. So we named ourselves Lord Krark so we can avoid Krark. And then we applied Lasir Repellent in the account description so we can avoid Lasir. But our current account name is Second Anniversary, because this is a anniversary challenge. We need an Aspan guide? Hell no. Not unless they give him a rework. Yeah, no way. No way in Hellzeroonies. That is a bit too much. Maybe it's actually close enough. Oh. Yeah, nothing. Boop, bop. Yep, Lasir Repellent. It worked so far. Our description kept us safe from Lasir. Wonder why the hate on Lasir? We already had an account. And we already started the account. And unfortunately, the first legendary we pulled was a Lasir. And chat pretty much decided that this is enough, right? Enough is enough. And we got rid of him. Instead, we got a Cerberus. Aspen so bad, even Theorin does better. He's a ground unit, right? If you need to defend 2 ground lanes in faction trials, and you don't have an Araka and a Talon, then using Aspen Livian, it is a viable way to do so. The 124 Serb strand looks nice though. I mean, it is basic Serb stuff, right? You just place them in. So, but what I found interesting definitely is the ability to stop the boss from healing the intended targets. Niga, no, I don't want another horse, okay? Me no gusta horse people. I don't know. Maybe we just called someone's mom a horse. I have no idea. But if we can avoid it, not getting a horse hero would be greatly appreciated. If you're wondering, yes, it's been quite a while ever since I had Spanish in school. Let me think. I know we're not that old yet, but 7 years? That's quite a long time actually. But yeah, no Spanish for me. No. Too much. Like, at some point I just gave up on it because, like, grammar, I'm not a big fan of grammar. And then you have like the time forms. I don't even know if that's proper English, but as soon as they doubled them, right? As soon as they took something like past tense and made it like past tense too, I just gave up. I just gave up, and I knew I was not going to continue with that language any longer than I had to. So I just made sure that I never had to do it again. And then the last 2 years of school, I didn't have to do any Spanish and my life was complete. They only have like 9? Only 7? I mean, I'm out of school actually only for 5. So, hey, it is what it is, huh? But yeah, isn't it interesting? That sold, you're out of school as long as I've been on this planet. Huh? That is an achievement somehow. Trust me. Somehow that is a very special skill that brings you, I don't know, something. Hey, congrats. Hope everything goes well there. Maybe some straight A's. Nobody actually uses it. Yeah, I mean, we still had to learn it and they still wanted us to know it. I just didn't. I just did not. New account summons on 2x for sure. Absolutely. Basically, rule of thumb, at minimum, you want at minimum like 2 legendaries of each category. It's just a piece of advice that, or like every class, right? It's just a piece of advice that works for most accounts. Obviously, it depends on which account and blah, blah, blah. But an exception are definitely limited heroes. No matter the age of your account, if the limited hero is good, you should still try to do the 200 summons. Like, for example, Kigiri. Whenever Kigiri comes around, we'll definitely try, if we have the capabilities, to do the 200 summons on Kigiri's banner. What's good? Someone older than you? Jay Trocious? I don't know, maybe. Maybe you're not the oldest old head around. Bum, bum, ba-da-ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. You're old? I don't know, maybe. Maybe you're still young. There's obviously some people that are like 90. I don't think you're 90. Huh? As long as you're not 90, you're not old. You're still, yeah, see, that, dude, on this earth, there's people that are twice as old as you. Twice! Wait, you're 90? There's no way. So yeah, unless you're 90, don't tell me that you're old. You're 99? Damn, you old fool. That's crazy, we got the 99-year-olds. I mean, let's quickly look at a graph from my the subscriber graph. We can look at our age range just to see if there truly is any 99-year-olds lurking in the shadow that we don't know about. So analytics, audience, we have 0.7% 65 plus, which means there is a chance. Alright? There is a chance that there is a 99-year-old in our rows. There's a chance. $89? You guess you're still young? Hey, you got one more year. Live it to the best of your ability before you finally turn old. Is a game for elders? No, it's more a bit of a matured audience, that's for sure. I think that the prime target is definitely, yeah, like 24 to 34 and 35 to 44 is like the prime age group. Elders are getting a rework? No, you misunderstood. It's elder. It's elder with the DDR, right? It's a lot. It's not the fact that there's going to be some great update on Earth that somehow buffs old people. No, we're just getting a rework to elder, right? We're just getting a rework to a Northern Affection Lord rather than a buff to all old people on the planet. Huh? Now this would also be kind of fun. So it's just like some real life update. God just intervenes and decides that all of a sudden old people can now grow 3 times as old. And all of a sudden we're all living to 300. Now, depending on if you do or don't believe in him, it is what it is. Yeah, old people getting, I mean, that. And now imagine this. Combine the two. What if an old buff guy gets a buff? Yeah, then we're in trouble. Now we're running into big issues. Like, imagine Arnold, huh? Good old Arnold or Mr. Sylvester Stallone. Imagine these guys getting a buff. Getting old only gets nerfs. Yeah, but what if they change? What if they flip the script? Huh? You never know. What if they decide to just reverse the turn the tables, huh? Who balances this? Yeah, that's the question, right? I don't think we've met the developers yet. Yeah, I don't think we've yet made contact with the developers. So, once we do, maybe we can ask for some buffs. Let's see, I started playing some games with my daughter. The game she asked for is PKXD. What is PKXD? Is that like Princess Kingdom extreme definition? But I would definitely like to know what PKXD stands for. It's like Roblox. Oh, so you can use your real life powers to rule over kids. Nice. You gotta get your money's worth. Oh yeah, serious question for this one. Still to attack 1% crit damage. Only if your hero has like magic or defense penetration. So Kigiri qualifies, Numera could qualify, I guess a Wukong, but most of the time you're still good enough off. Like you can still get to 60k if everybody's full attack, right? I guess my Astrid is fine for level 43. She hits with her ult for 48k crits. It depends, right? Like for example, if you could give her an Infernal Raw set, she would probably hit for a bit more. But it also depends on what you still have to take on content-wise. Huh? You're stuck on like 19 to 20k, no Vaughn, no Soul Kiddens. But you do have a Nastia? And a Numera? Maybe you could just use an Ingrid next to Kigiri and Wukong. Nastia, Numera, then slap in an Ingrid. Can't wait for Edith to join it. No. Dude, if we get an Edith from our Divine, I think I'll cry. From A2 to A3, oh, the A3 is definitely going to help, for sure. Ingrid A3 is nasty business. The account is only 2.5 days old, so there are not much options. Dude, having an Astrid on 2.5 days old is already an achievement in and of itself. Congratulations! Congratulations, good sir. Soulbound build Astrid hits for about 170. Yeah, I've seen Astrids hit for like 200, right? If you have a, for example, also an Infernal Raw, and then you also give her like potentially even invigoration buff, or even without invigoration buff, as long as she has, for example, the invigoration set, and then maybe inspiration. You get the deal, right? There's still a lot of potential, but we're talking about 2.5 days old account, so we have to do or have to look at all it from the gaze of a new player, which is then already amazing. Hitting for 48,000 per crit on day 2.5 is very, very nice. Your Valkyria did 450k AoEs with constant inspiration and ult on Gear Dungeon 210. The real question in the first place, why are we bringing Valkyria into Gear Dungeon 210? I mean, I don't know, right? Like, what do we use her for? The magic clone? It's not like she can hurt the small peoples. 110. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. 110 Volcra. Power of Dominance Volcra can hit for like 730k or something. No Power of Dominance though. 450k is pretty good. Okay, so we now went consecutively. How many? I think like 4 or 5 divines without a legendary, which means it's time for another vote. Legendary from divine? Question mark. Huh? Let's see. Do we have any believers? Any true believers? I really hope we don't have to go to like 20. Because it's going to take quite a while for us to get 20 divines, not gonna lie. That is not going to be easy. Pretty happy with this account. I mean, Astrid, Mavira, Zillatu, and the Sunday can bring me pretty easy to N84. Oh, absolutely. Sign me up. Where can I invest? Can I invest into the future of your account somehow? If yes, where do I sign? Divines are so bad, you're just unlucky, right? Like, for example, we went double divine, we went double legendary on our first 2 divines. So, at the end of the day, divines are still good. Like, as much as you hate on divines, summoning the divines on a 2x banner is a 12% chance. 12% chance is pretty darn nice. You use all your divines on the 2x until you have 12 and then you choose a banner. That is a very smart way to go about divines. Very smart. You could also hold all of your divines until finally a 2x, 20x arrives. Just doesn't happen quite as often as you would like it to. On the other hand, we can upgrade a couple people. So yeah, let's get that Dolores maxed out. Let's see how much attack we're actually dealing with. It shouldn't be half bad. I don't expect it to like blow us away, but it shouldn't be atrocious. Also Vortex can get us awakenings too. Skills, yeah, we're gonna stay a bit more cautious with our skill up resources. Quick star up. We can at least afford to bring... Oh! How close are we to our next 6 star? Through 2. Because we can now get rid of Camille. Now that we've got a Vortex, we can get rid of a Camille, which means we're looking at 3 5 stars. We still have a couple epics we can use. We can fuse some, probably 2. So yeah, our next 6 star is pretty much secured. Though we should hold back a bit on picking our first one. Or our next one, better said. Okay, let's see. What do we need so we can trade? We need pineapples or fish. We're getting mushrooms and spinach. Guess we gotta go to a different harbor after we get the next rewards. Okay, H612. 4 more stages until the divine. Pole to eat Fenris? No! What did he do? What did Fenris do? Alright, how many believers do we have currently? 50-50! Wow, that fills me with pride and joy. 50-50 are good odds. We like those. I wonder how deep we are into pity for the normal summons. Maybe we've done like 60, maybe 70 after pulling Fenris. But that's obviously not going to be relevant. The very next 10 pull we do is 100% going to be a legendary, because I say so. Yeah, that's how this whole thing works. I say it is, and it will. Huh? Gotta stay confident. You got some fish in your fridge. That is very nice. And good old fish in the fridge. We're putting it into the void. Confident and hydrated. Exactly. This is how you should tackle any single issue. Gotta stay confident, gotta be hydrated, and just do it. I mean, with your luck on that account, my pity is around 50. Not quite. Our pity got a bit shafted. The first 350 summons, if you consider in Raka from the ticket, you could say we've averaged 50. But I believe we did, what, 150 summons? And we did only get one legendary, so our pity is a bit out of whack. So it's more like 70. And if we discount the Raka, it's probably closer to like 80 or 90, which is still pretty good. The big saving grace when it comes to like raw statistics is obviously the fact that we already got 2 legendaries from our divines. Those are like the huge make look good, because it's 2 summons out of 5 that ended up being a divine, or out of 6, 7, I don't know. Oh yeah, if you're wondering where one of those divines came from, I told you about it yesterday, but I did the demonic crusade off screen, right? I told you that this shit was gonna be pretty boring, so yeah, we're not going to do demonic crusade because we've already done demonic crusade. Though I did realize maybe I have to do an updated stage 3 guide, just like a really quick one. But I don't know if I want to do that. Technically, I could also re-upload the old guide, update stage 3, and call it the 2025 Demonic Crusade guide. Because it's obviously updated in the sense that we had to change the stage 3 strategy. But you know what I also realized? It's that it said coming soon on stage 7 for Demonic Crusade, and that's now been pretty much 13 months ago. So yeah, the same is obviously true for Epilogue Abyss. Epilogue Abyss, the next couple of stages, no, Epilogue Void. There we go, not Epilogue Abyss. Epilogue Void also said there were new stages coming. How long that's going to take, who knows? But yeah, outside of the heroes, what I'm also interested in the anniversary is what else, right? Do we get the gem system? I would say it's pretty likely, but we don't know. Maybe they'll have more surprises in store for us. Maybe they don't. That is what remains to be seen. Maybe wait for the anniversary update, and if they don't edit, redo the guide. Let's see. Wait. Only an old guy would have fish in the fridge. I think my mom has fish in the fridge. Okay. Is Lynx good? It's unfortunate that she doesn't have PSF action. I wouldn't call her a bad hero. She's still useful. It's just she doesn't have a defined place. So the reason why certain heroes are just better than others isn't necessarily because of their kit strength, but because they have a defined use. Lynx is a weird mix between single target and AoE damage, between freezing, winter's bite, and also being northerner. So you kind of end up not being able to properly use her. For example, Gear 3, her range isn't quite long enough and her damage isn't quite made for like the right side. And anything else also, like there's no specific place. In general, her kit is good, her multipliers are decent, but there's nothing where you would just say, okay, she's a must-have for XYZ. She needs to be deleted? I mean, we all know she's ugly as hell, alright? But just because she's ugly doesn't mean she has to be killed, alright? She's not an anime, she doesn't have to be put down. Yeah, they realized it, alright? They did realize that nobody was really happy and that it didn't fit in. That's also the reason why they reached out and asked us creators if we think that the design on Nerissa is okay, because they didn't want to like create a similar situation. And obviously the answer for Nerissa was Nerissa's amazing. Lynx wasn't quite it, huh? If we want to be especially kind. I mean, but honestly, at the end of the day, there is going to be some players that like her design. And that's a fact. There is people in War that like her design. Might not be you, might not be me, might not even be in this stream, but they do exist and they also have a right to like a character. Huh? Yeah, giving her a skin would definitely help to a degree. I mean, it's alright. You know, on the note of furries, you always hear that basically our whole IT system that like affects the whole globe would be cooked if you anger the furries. So we gotta stay patient, because let's say they remove links and they get offended. All of a sudden we're looking at DDoS attacks, centralized shutdowns. I don't know. You just don't really want to make the IT community mad. So I think it's alright, right? Like they have one hero that they appreciate. Maybe they're happy with it. And we can leave it. As long as we don't get any more links, heroes, we're fine. We're totally golden. Like, it's all like, to be honest, at this point it's one hero. Like I am 100% certain we can all live with one hero. We can live, like, be real, we can live with the fact that she exists. We don't have to like it, but we also don't have to demand like any crazy actions. It's a single hero. If you pull it, you know, you can even use her, right? You just don't have to look at her on your account. Once you place her down, you barely even notice it. Okay? Once you place her down, it's fine. But yeah, see, this is why I think chapter 6 is still one of the easiest chapters ever. The boss just doesn't have any HP. Once you realize that, this chapter becomes a breeze. Because for whatever reason, yes, the mechanics of the boss are quite nasty. Yes, he does have quite high multipliers, but he has zero base health to talk about. You pulled on the Nerissa banner. It will, keep in mind, it is also a pull that is gonna be out of your nascents, right? Every new hero you pull means your nascent pool gets better. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? They should give all players max links and then remove it from banners. No. You know what? Links A5 would actually be really good for like a lot of accounts, just because it's an A5 hero. But no. It's fine, honestly. Like, there's no need to really get riled up about the links. Like, come on. A bang on her head? I have no idea. Is it worth to build Jorge? Only if you need him for Conqueror Codex, or if you somehow figured out the strategy that some players are using for like Apex Overlord gameplay in single target arena. Otherwise, you've got better heroes to focus on. Your bag over her head? Oh yeah, I mean that obviously eliminates most of the visual infuriators, the visual crime lords. What's better progress-wise? 221 or 320? 320. 100%. 320, way better. Pretty much when it comes to like true endgame, besides BP stuff, Ageless Wrath is just useless, right? Sovereign Arcana and Infernal Roar, they're just better. And you need Sovereign Arcana and Infernal Roar set so you can make progress in the higher gear stages and the higher gear dungeon stages, so that you can then also slowly work your way towards getting the tier 3 sets. And yeah, we can actually do a 10 pull followed by a Divine. We might even be able to do 2 10 pulls. That seems pretty sweet. Especially with another discounted summon. Okay, let's once again disable song, enable in-game sounds in preparation for an incredible hero trailer that looks so good you wouldn't even believe it. Alright, let's say some rares.
Destruction are music to my ears.
Bye bye, Rex. He's 4-star. We can actually use him as fodder. It's not worth the 30 gems. Okay. Oh yeah, we can definitely do 20 pulls. Okay, 20 pulls, then a Divine. Our last legendary is now 30, 60, 67 ago. Heroes we're still looking for. Imani, so we can fuse a Micah. Lily, so we can fuse a Salazar. Hollow, because she's hollow. Let me check. Who else? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much all of it. Would I have rerolled the account if you put links first instead of this? See, I think the community would have made me reroll anyway. Okay, here we go. It's a legendary! Let's go! You mean to tell me that there is 65 different heroes without lords? That there's 65 different fucking heroes we could have pulled. And we have 8. We have 8 out of 65. And we're getting the same guy twice. How? And why is it a horse? How and why? Where is the logic? I mean, his A1 is decent because we can now apply a shield with his ult. I guess who needs a hollow? We got our rage regen generator right here. Welcome to the club, A1 fucking Fenris. Yeehaw! What the fuck, man? What is going on? All right, let's sell the rares.
Death and destruction are music to my ears.
What is this, man? Okay, maybe we can get another one. Ah, unfortunate. And it's gut punch. It is a gut punch because it's nothing. It's a couple gems. Let's sell those gems.
Destruction are music to my
Okay, let's do the divine. See if we can get a redemption. There's no fucking way that just happened. There is no way. There is no way this just happened. No, there's no, how, what, how, why, when, what? Please, really now, another horse, another horse. Another horse. I'm speechless. What the fuck?
death and destruction.
The weak were swept away. Only I remain.
Yeah, look at this, right? We did only have 8 different legendaries. And now we get a horse. Like this is especially hurtful. Where is she? Is she like, yeah, this, what? I mean, this is just putting salt in an open wound. Like, Edith. Huh? Again. Dude, why? But yeah, I guess we are apparently now a Centaur focused account. We are on our way to collect them all. The only one missing, and apparently our next legendary, I can already tell you, our next legendary unfortunately is going to turn out to be Edith. Yeah, it hurts, but apparently there's no avoiding our destiny. Yeah, great, fantastic. Okay, we need your input. What do we need? Mushrooms, right? Bananas of fish. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. So, this is our summoning event. We are on 8,200 points. Do we push on and potentially get more horses? Or do we take our losses and lick our wounds in quote-unquote surrender? Go on or stop? Go and stop. Why the long face? Ouch. That is just brutal. Off to the... Hey! Please stop using horse puns. I can already see it. It's probably we're not gonna escape it for the next 2 weeks. Is that it? Are we just going to be running into horse puns left, right, and center no matter what happens? Man, I don't even like horses. Like, they exist, okay? I don't hate them, but I don't like. I don't even like horses, man.
Only I remain.
But you gotta admit, it's a space horse. It is definitely better than double absent. So, No, we're not gonna get another one, alright? We're going to be fine. Okay. Apparently you want to go on. Now, do we stay true to our roots? Next, 6-star. Whatever you decide on, we'll go with, okay? I give you a couple options. I'm 99% sure I already know what you're going to pick. I'm going to give you the options either way. Maybe common sense wins out in the end. Could be, right? You never know if common sense actually prevails. It is unlikely in this situation, but let's see what y'all decide on. You can pick our next 6-star, and I will upgrade whoever you decide on out of these 4 options. No discussion, no takebacks, nothing I can do. Okay, let's get rid of the sound. You know what? I feel like enabling in-game sound is a debuff, because we enabled in-game sound and all of a sudden we're getting Fenris twice. I don't know. So that's a bit suspicious. All right, let's see what's the current split. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, who needs a holo anyway, right? If you got Space Horse, so okay, so we push on with campaign, we get more summons, and I guess we found our new mainstay DPS. Huh? All right. Malvira is not the best, but quite good. Yes, unfortunately, 43% of you have picked Democracy, which means we need to farm some experience, and then we're going to welcome our next 6-star. Oh, we have 17 hours on an XP bonus. Very nice. Resource rate, XP rate, stage 7. Let's get a couple more in. Let's say 1,000 stamina. Let's do 30 runs flat. Let's test the auto first. Let's test the auto first, see if everything works out. Maybe someone is geared, maybe someone isn't geared. Is Fenris the best horse in the game? Yes. But that's mostly because he's legendary. I guess Evelyn is the most useful, because you can get a Micah with her, and you can use her in tank codex. Edith also does Gear Dungeon too, but yeah, I would say Space Horse is best horse. So this auto works, which means yeah, we can just run the fights. So let's just do 30. It should have been a background fight. My bad. If you're galloping into Watcher of Realms, why not stir up some fun with horse puns? Whether you're saddling up a centaur hero or trotting through the campaign, there's always room to rein in the fun. That's our life now, is it, huh? Naysayer. That one actually isn't bad. Naysayers. that one's not terrible. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, apparently we don't stop. We're all in. We're in for the ride, so they say. Yeah, okay. Chapter 7 nets us more summons, 3 of them. Chapter 3 nets us an ancient, but also 3 summons, 2 summons, and 2 psychics. Okay, let's do chapter 3. We already started it. Let's just finish what we started. Yeah, I mean, who needs Malvira? Malvira is gone now. It's time we introduce Space Horse. Alright? He might be level 1. He might be unpromoted. But he is Awakened 1. He doesn't wear any gear, obviously. But he's gonna have an impact, trust me. Come on! Look at his damage numbers. There we go. Come on, come on. Boom! 29! There is no way any legend in this game could have replicated this incredible feat. Like level 1, 0 promotion, 0 gear, 0 investment, 29 damage? Unbelievable. We're actually screwed. We cannot beat the stage like this. We need to defend 2 anti-air lanes and Space Horse might have a little problem. But what we can do is invest the experience we do have, give him the promotion we already have. Well, it's not too bad of an upgrade animation. So let's just give him our best set of gear. Let's just give him any set of gear. Let's just give him nothing. Yeah, I guess we have to wait. Alright, we'll use them once we get the XP runs in, alright? I promise. Once the XP runs are done, you're feeling a bit unstable. Yeah. My mental state is also pretty unstable right now. You know, the biggest problem is horses are so common, you can just go to Google and search for horse puns, and we're probably going to end the stream before we run out of horse puns, which is unfortunate. Go, Idril! Very nice. My voice is starting to sound a bit hoarse. We've not screamed enough yet. Alright? If we get an Edith as our next legendary, I will scream until I am hoarse. And that's a promise. Alright? I'll scream at the top of my lungs. I don't care about the neighbors. It is going to be a in the moment appropriate reaction. Aspan cosplay. I would have to go. I have to undergo severe surgery. I don't know if you noticed, but at least at the moment, I'm not yet part horse, right? So I would have to go undergo severe life-altering surgery to fulfill your desires of seeing a Aspan cosplay. So yeah, that might be a bit. All right, might take a bit of time. You're gonna make some s'mores? Yep, you have some fun making some s'mores. His Hex cosplay? No, I didn't, but I know that I did a Hex cosplay myself and I think it was half decent. The questions are Lone Ranger or Tonto. Who's into horse? Cream like horse? What? What is going on? That's outrageous. But for real now, what even are the odds of double Fenris Edith, huh? That's unbelievable. No, don't even think about it. There is a certain amount of money in the world at which point I would consider getting a Fenris tattoo. It is just not an amount of money that I'm gonna get paid for it, alright? Like, for example, if anybody were to legit wire me 100k, huh? Straight up, I would get it next week. I would get it done within a week. If not a ponytail, nope, not doing that. Quite happy with this at the moment. Already had to do this for garden work today. If you pull an A5 Fenris on this account within your first 10k summons, we deserve the TAT. Yeah, but then you have to fundraise 10k. Alright? If we pull A5 Fenris within 10k summons, you do have to add on top of that 10k. Give the bank account number, I got you. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't quite mean it. So, it is what it is. But, yeah. 100k, life-altering, life-changing tattoo. Seems decent enough. Student debt? Yeah, but that's negative money. I want positive money. You need my PIN number as well. Oh, how about social security, ID, and anything else? Maybe like Gmail password and stuff? At least we didn't pull King Horus. That is also true. King Horus would have been nigh impossible to deny as being garbage. Says he's wiring the money. Ooh, spicy. Now, but honestly, realistically, I would say 25? Like, really realistically, like 15 to 20. 15 to 20. If I could get 15 to 20 for tattoo, I just gotta find someone who can make Space Horse look good, right? But that's something you can find. You can find someone that can make Space Horse look good. 15 to 20k? Dude, money's money. We're also getting close to another 10 pull. Should we do the 10 pull right now, or should we do it at the end of the chapter when we can potentially do like 2 of them? I mean, it's only 3 stages away, huh? It's only 3 stages away, we might as well just clear him. Yeah, I'm obviously trying to cater to the audience, right? Get used to our lifestyle from now on. You know what? I'm fine with horse puns, right? As long as number 1, it dies at some point, and number 2, it doesn't make it into every single piece of content I post. Now that I said it, it probably will. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. But yeah, if we can keep it to these streams, I would be grateful, very grateful. Boo ba ba boop. Oh no. Oh, barely. We barely made it through. I thought we would actually lose someone here. Magda is a 2-legged Pegasus. Potentially. Maybe she's part horse. If you think about it and squint real hard, Razak is basically more horse than fish. Let's try it. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Does she have a ponytail? I think there's probably quite a few heroes that do have one, huh? Alright, time to upgrade our main DPS from now on. Our hard carry for every single piece of content. Our glorious leader. Okay. I mean, I did say we were gonna get rid of Camille. We can just get her back. It's not like it's hard for us to get her back. So, yeah. Let's just upgrade our main DPS for the foreseeable future. we are a community here, right? So who am I missing? There you go. Pick your options. Who do we skill up? We have a bit of legendary skill dust. We have a couple crystals. Yeah. Make it rain. Oh shit. Okay. What would you want to do? Oh yeah, we wanted to 6-star him. Bing, bam, boom, bam, boom. Oh shit, we're broke. Huh. That was quite quick. Okay, now we need to beat Extreme 2 so we can put more service to our horse overlords. All right. I look at the vote result after we have the perfect stage to upgrade Mr. Space Horse. Then I'll check out the poll to see who we're meant to upgrade. Boom! Big hit. Yep, let's get this one going. Come on. One more. Nice. Fuck. Okay. Change of plans. Yeah, maybe it is a sign. Maybe we'll get lucky during anniversary. You know what the crazy part is? It's not just the green guy that has a horse. Yeah. Now that you remind me. We'll have the last laugh, hopefully. We gotta collect them all, you know? Gotta make sure. Oh, please. Yeah, we should have ulted, I know. Okay, let's first do the one before. Horse only account. New horse faction. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. Okay, extreme 1. How many do we need for our horse overlord? Horse overlord wants 2. 32. 32 divided by 7 means we'll have to run the promotion rate 5 times. Right here. Boom, we go 5 times. And we do have a couple currency coin thingies open, right? So we can buy ourselves some auto fights. No, we need 25 more, which means Komodo has to Komogo. So we can... Oh, he's now worth 100. That's nice. So we can get ourselves a good cushion of auto fights. Not quite sure what we're going to do with them. but having is better than needing. Yeah. All right. Before we then check out, let's check out the result of the poll. Magda actually. What? Magda is actually the winner? We actually meant to skill up someone useful? There's no way. Why did we vote on a useful here? How did that happen? Like, what about more damage? What about more rage region? What about a big hit? Right? It's a rage region talent, people. We need to get that one. Like, I think arguably trying to see if we can get this. Like, if we're already forced to use him. Skill crystals. See, for now, it's only dust. It is only, we might not have a lot of it. But okay, let's see. We want the Magda ultimate, right? Or we want the, yeah, we want this passive. Let's see what we get. 1 in 4. Okay. That is 5% damage increase. That is quite amazing. Another one. Okay. Fully maxed out. Ultimate. Ultimate would be quite nice. Yeah, enough was enough, huh? We pushed our luck a little bit too much. Now we need a piece to sell. So we can make some money. So we can do some more skill ups. 66. Alright, Magda. Another one. It's the whack one. You know, honestly, I really want to see if we can hit the Rage Region talent. Like, on a real note. Let's see if we can hit it. Ultimate. 100% damage, okay. Skill cost, would be fine. Honestly, looking at A1 Fenris, the ultimate would also be more Rage Region, because the more times we use it, the more times we can apply shield. The more times we apply shield, the more times we get the Rage Region benefit. Alright, let's see. Come on, another one. That's 7 seconds. And we're broke. That's 8 seconds. That is pretty good. Yeah. We need to sell something else. But we're running out of like legitimately good pieces to sell. Like this piece technically is trash enough. 150k. We have a couple better pieces. Let's see. What does this do? More damage. Huh. Okay, another one. Cooldown. Yeah, okay, skill crystals though is not gonna happen. Maybe we should have. Double basic attack level up is a bit unfortunate. Like, we really want these 5 seconds extra duration for Magda. Preferably double. Preferably we want both. And maybe we can get the Idra ultimate maxed. 1 in 2. Solid. Solid. No real need to invest anymore. Not like we could. Anyway. Melvira. It's 10 skill dust. What could happen, right? What's this? Trigger interval. For the unyielding. It's alright. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Why not? She'll survive some pretty impossible situations. Okay. Let's unlock the Rage Region talent. Yeah, now we need to figure out a way to beat Extreme 2. So let's move Horse Person into the team. Maybe get rid of... Middan for Liam. Liam gets the gear from Melvira because we're currently not using her. Space Horse gets the gear from Magda, right? He's obviously our hard carry on this account. 2,800 basic attack might seem low, but you would be wrong. 2,800 basic attack is actually pretty low. Pretty low, not just low. But yeah. Okay, Space Horse person. 227, 73, 97, 93, 41% rage region. Dude, you better carry us. Come on, space person. Show us your value. Maybe Fenris and Aspen can be the glue that hold your team together. You never know. Not Aspen. Fenris, though. I mean, at the end of the day, rage region is rage region. You gotta admit when it is what it is. Huh? Ooh, look at this. He's doing damage. Like, wow. Did you know units can deal damage? Oh yeah, let me show you something funny. Let's start the wave. I wanted to start the wave early. He had other plans. He decided enough was enough. No time to play around, and we just straight up one-shot the guy. We take those. Very, very nice. Now that we got Space Horse ready, let's get Razak ready. We need. Okay, can we ult? No. Boom! Wow, big damage. Space Horse hard carry. But every one of our units is so expensive. Like legitimately, way too expensive. But if we place Idril over here, now his ultimate only works on himself. Huh. It's fine. You live, you learn. You Absan. Come on. Yes, good job, Razak. Nice, looks good so far. Nobody went through. Enemies come in. Horse attack, very amazing. Ultimate, great. Let's get some more ultimates going. Boom. Very nice. Frustrating. Okay. If that doesn't work, and we still bring in Space Horse person, but we face Idril to the left because we have a Pierce a lot. We restore Idril's rage. Very fancy. 1% rage region. Very nice. Very nice. What else? Yeah, we just use Idril's ultimate to make sure that nobody gets through. We can fill up her rage. We can introduce a Dolores into this whole thing. And we can just put on a Maul. He's almost ult ready. Yeah, no. Oh, we didn't ult with him. Huh. We can definitely solve this riddle. We just have so many expensive units. Pew. But yeah, this might very well be a job for good old Na'vi. No enemy in range, huh? Alright, let's use both of them for the sides. Get in our healer. Get our ults ready. And fire. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, I think we did it. Huh. Yeah, pretty solid. There we go. Space Horse carry. Space Horse hard carry. Oh, and also we did talk about it. The synergy between us having Vortex and Fenris, it truly is a good synergy. Because if we ult with Fenris, we get the rage region. If we ult with Vortex, we get the rage region. We legit cannot lose. Okay, how many runs though? How many runs so we can max out Space Horse person? 75, 175, we averaged 10. So let's do 17. Let's do 17 runs. For 17 runs, we probably need a bit more stamina. Bing, bam, boom, bam, bam, bing, bang, boom, boom, bing, bang, bam, boom. There we go, 17. Apps. Yeah, and we're also 12 above. Nice. Do you have a Brienne? No, we don't have a Brienne yet. Oh, look at this. When the hero has a shield, the basic attack range and cosmic burst now inflict slow. Wow. Shields, very nice. Summons, right? No, we didn't finish the campaign yet. We did say we wanted to bring Space Horse. Okay, Space Horse time. Magda out, Space Horse in. 2 ranged unit, 3 ranged unit. Razak has to go. Magda goes back in. Magda gets the gear. No, Magda doesn't have any gear up. Okay, it has to work like this. Let's go. Brianna A5 until you get Yuri. Ooh. Yep, he does increase his attack range, so he can actually play on par with what our marksmen are already doing. Look at this. Huh? Have you ever seen someone deal 25k damage with the basic attack? I haven't. Oh, and also, let's zoom in. Let's enhance. You see this visual effect under his feet? He truly is a cosmic Space Horse. Huh? It does look quite good. Nothing like too bright, nothing too unfitting. He's just in his own realm. He's just in his own dimension. There is just nobody that does it better. Oh yeah, and also we're getting the overheal shields from Vortex, which means we do have quite a bit good rage synergy. Let's hear his voice lines. Okay, for the final boss stage, we will enable voice lines just to see what Mr. Space Horse has to say, because we are now of the horse cult, which means we obviously have to know all that is to know about him. Huh? Okay, let's see. Are we one stage away? Campaign. Yes, it's the final stage. Okay, let's pause the music. It's time for our superstar to shine. Let's see what infinite wisdoms he can teach us. Let's get rid of the music though.
I will rid these waters of impurities.
Okay, are you ready? It's probably the first time I ever listened to his voice lines.
The weak were swept away. Only I remain.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. The weak were swept away, but only he remained. Oh.
The weak were swept. The weak.
The weaver lies in wait.
The weak.
The weaver.
The weak were.
Don't
The weak.
Ride with me. Unleash me. Ride with me into the dawn.
Is he proposing? Like this voice line, I don't know, it's kind of gay.
don't
Ride with me into the dawn.
Like, ride with me into battle. I would take it. Like, okay, ride with me into battle. It's a bit critical. I don't really want to ride on you. But I can understand it. But ride with me into the dawn? Dude.
Ride with me into the dawn.
Dude, the only way we're riding anywhere is to the trash compactor. What are you smoking?
don't be fooled.
Ride with me into the dawn.
Ride with me into the dawn. Dude, I've got a million better things to do than ride anywhere with you. Okay, we do need 2 ground units.
So, darkness returns.
Take shelter now!
I'll have my revenge.
What do these mortals know? Since when do gods retreat?
Oh, she's a god now.
What
Ooh,
do
spicy.
these mortals know of life?
Who is in need of
Maybe we should read Space Person's lore. Yeah, we still don't know enough yet.
I remain.
We still don't know enough yet. We have to read up on horse lore. All right, let's see. Under the ancient god's dark influence, Fenris shed his mortal coil, emerging with the fearsome powers to knock back enemies and grant shields. Like, this first bit is lore, and the second bit is just straight advertising. Okay, let's see. Story. What is Mr. Horse all about? All right. He thought he could walk the path of shadows and still hold the light. Now the darkness owns him. Sent by Absent the roaring javelin. It is a horse cameo. Next thing you know, this next paragraph is written by Evelyn and the last one's written by Edith. Dude, this is too long. we don't have time for this. As great as horse lore is, let's just get it over with. Okay, are you ready? In battle, Space Horse voice line.
I will bring them to their knees, then bury them.
Okay. Let's see, ultimate.
Point me to their screams. Point me to their screams. Break against me.
Okay.
I've reserved a special seat below, just for them.
Bow to the depths of hell.
I will rid these waters of impurities.
Impurities. Okay. We do know the Space Horse lines, but yeah, let's do a couple multiples. After we, I think we can do 2, if the stars align. And no, that's not a Fenris pun. Do we know if the Dark Ancient God is what? I don't know. We would have to study the lore. But who has time for that?
May the light shine as bright as the dawn.
Break against.
All right, we did it.
How would I celebrate if I were still in human form?
I have no idea, Razak, how you would celebrate. But the most important lesson we learned is we are not going to ride into the dawn with Absent together. Right? There's a lot of suicidal things. There's a lot of weird things you can do, but riding into the dawn with Abzan, it's too much. Like, there's a certain line you do not cross. Okay. Ah, we forgot to collect our reward. Okay, we can do a 10x, not two 10x's, unless something crazy happens. Okay, here we go. Temple! Come on, give us one of the fusions. Hollow? One of the fusions? No comment. No, we're not going to check out her voice lines, alright? We're fine, we're fine. Who do we bring? Do we keep the same format? I really want to bring a ground unit. But most of our gear is currently locked in farming the promotion rates. Which stage is this? E4. Okay, let's update our goal. We want to beat E-4-15 and then do a 20 pull. I feel like we can do 20 summons once we beat the next chapter. Unbelievable. Okay. How much long? Oh, background fight's complete. Don't you say? Okay, now we got our gear freed up, which means we can give some more gear to Magda. He's finally maxed. Oh, we should write a review, so you can all like it. Space horse is best horse. Okay, push this rating as high as you can. I don't know where it is. Maybe you can search by latest. Anyone that's currently watching and is in game, make sure we make sure we like that review. It's time to get as high as possible. Space horse is best horse. All right, let's see how high we can get. We need to at minimum beat. Yeah, we need to get to like 100 likes if we want to make it into the top 3. Done. Maybe I'll even make a maybe I make a call on Discord asking people to like our review. We'll have to see. Oh, it's 500k gold. Dude, that is, for our current monetary situation, quite a fortune. Let's waste it on gear drops that don't turn out useful. Nice. Good job. Good job, me. We've wasted 80k successfully on nothing. Okay, on a real note though, we need Magda and she needs gear, so she gets the gear from our unit that we're not going to use, which is probably going to be Razak. because Razak is the most replaceable. Alright. Look at Melviro. You gotta upgrade Evelyn now. Let's see how far she carries us. I feel like it's a bit too late. This would have been something we would have to do like 2 or 3 days ago. Because at this point we already have enough tanks. And I don't really want to build a defense-based tank. Like at this point you're also going to argue that I have to use Absan. It didn't update visually. Maybe it just takes time. Maybe it's like every 5 minutes. Who knows? But yeah. I mean, I can put it up to vote. Sure. We voted on so much more important stuff. And why not? Simple vote. Build Evelyn. Yes or no. Once we beat the 5th stage of the chapter, whatever is voted higher, we're going to do. She would be a northerner. That's true. She would be a northerner. Does she give shields? Like, does Evelyn in any capacity give shields? Because if she does, we might even be able to do like around the bag indirect justification. Self heal, We do have a Melvira, and yes, we should not have to, but maybe we will do so regardless under the guise of it being for tank codex, you know? It depends, right? Like, we've now got so many good tanks, you don't need her for triple S anymore, but she is definitely a part of a team that can get to triple S. Next. I mean, the next 3 heroes, basically. But yeah. I actually used her in my Arena Watcher team for a while, got to Overlord with her, I always appreciate her. Is she Northern Affection? No, isn't she like only Northern Affection? Oh, you just used her for the natural higher block? Decently valid. But she is defense based, right? Okay, we don't really want to do damage with her anyway, but technically speaking, we would have to give her defense gear. Not that we have any currently. She is is she Watcher? Yeah, she is a Watcher, huh? What's she watching? The sunset with Aspan? Aspan hates men. Listen, don't judge, but no. No. Like, no. No. Keep in mind, the important things are horse. Alright? Besides boobies. Besides boobies, the important stuff is horse. Not good. Not good. Leia, Talon, Imrit, Evelyn, Diao. Boom. Let's see how. Let's see if anything already updated on the reviews. Let's search by my. Ha! See, we already have 4 likes. Very good. We now have 4 likes on Space Horse is best horse. We're rising through the ranks like there's no tomorrow. Alright, we did say stage 5, so 2 more stages and I'll have a look at the result. No. That's just bad tier list. You can do, technically you can do something like that on stream, but there's no way I'm gonna turn it into a video or the like. Feet tier list, hoof or not hoof. Fantastic. Magnificent. Okay, so we do need the Isolde A1 so that we can provide even more shields. Harrigan's got them feet though. Ma's the best feet. Yuri's underrated. I would probably say Ingrid tops the list for maybe Leia. It's probably gonna come down to Ingrid or Leia. Not just because they're Watcher Lords, so you should watch the feet, but also obviously because of the obstacle-free viewing opportunity. Morrigan might also make it quite far. Alright, 30 gems. 30 gems is not bad. It's like 1 pull every 3. Leia got shoes? Does she now? Am I misremembering? We are 0 for 2 for Watcher Lords who can stand up for themselves. We got Ein. He can stand like Ein can stand like this. That's what Ein can do. Fucking Ein, man. He got posture like garbage. But he is a good reminder for you to pay attention to your posture. Yeah. But unfortunately, McGregor kind of fell off, right? There was times when he was indeed a peak athlete, but now he's just more... I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, he made enough money. There isn't even a reason for him to, like, truly care as much anymore. So, it's alright. But what he did was impressive. He did basically single-handedly, what was it, double, triple, quadruple MMA viewership. He did knock out people. He talked trash like nobody else, and then it just kind of fell apart. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you cannot compete with others that don't do anything besides like fight. For example, like the Nurmagomedov. I butchered that name, but you know who I mean, right? That whole like mountain fighter peoples. I mean, they fight and they train to fight, and then they fight some more, and then they train to fight. Now, it depends. It depends on the person, but money can very well definitely change people. But it is also just raw freedom of him not having to try anymore. There's like no reason. Like technically you could say, yeah, okay, maybe he has to build his legacy, but if it's not as high on his to-do list, then yeah. Okay, no, barely won with 3%. So we're not building Evelyn. Democracy decided. Yeah, I mean, he just knew how to sell a fight, huh? He just knew how to sell a fight. And that's a talent in and of itself. You definitely cannot discredit that. They should give Melvira a weight loss skin. To an extent, it kind of also shows her power, right? The only real gods we know are like her and Praetus. Both are fat, so maybe it's like part of the deal. You get like godly powers in exchange for a couple pounds, huh? Couple kilos. Can we vote for a re-vote? No. Maybe she baddie though. Maybe she's like Big Mom. Do y'all know Big Mom? Who of you knows Big Mom? And if you not know what I'm talking about, yeah, at least I show you. I show you. We should be fine with the stage. Let's quickly skip that song. Forgotten Battlefields, it's alright. Sorry, just gotta prepare something real quick. Bing, bang, boom, bap, bam. So you have an idea of what's going on, right? Yeah, okay, let's use full picture. Alright, so this might be the Melvira situation here. So, this is Big Mom. Old, fat, ugly as shit. This is Big Mom. But this is Big Mom when she was younger. Huh? You can definitely see weight loss. Obviously, the face, it depends, right? But it is arguably hotter. So yeah, maybe this is a Melvira situation and she used to be like a baddie. You never know. You never know what time does to a person. Alright, let's continue onwards. You can't get into One Piece. Oh, wait. Honestly, if you don't want to start now, just wait for the One Piece to release. The One Piece is just going to be One Piece, but with cleaner animations, revamped pacing, and everything like that. So if you don't think you can get into One Piece, just wait until the One Piece releases. It's pretty much a rerun of One Piece, but with like redone animations, faster storytelling, and also other things like that. So yeah. You can just wait. Or you could watch the Netflix show. You could also do that. Depends. I started watching One Piece once it got translated into German from the Skype arc. My grandpa actually showed me One Piece, which is kind of crazy. He was what you would call like not like a gentleman, but he was like a true man, if that makes sense. Back when, huh? But yeah, like slick back hair, nicely dressed. You get the deal, right? And he did watch One Piece for whatever reason, and yeah, he did introduce me to that. So that's kind of funny. You don't like Luffy has zero aura? Hey, it is what it is. It is not for everyone. Oh, absolutely, that would be great, because there's been a couple things that had to be taken out of One Piece early because of the fact that it started off as a kids show, right? Like nowadays it's not as bad anymore, but especially like I think the American version for like fun kids or for kids or whatever had a lot of like censorship and whatnot. Peaky Blinder, not, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, he was a man. Whatever that entails, you'll obviously have a picture in mind, and it will probably meet it quite close. Also, obviously used hard tools, built shit himself, that type of deal. Yeah, but Boruto is ass. Straight up garbage. Can't remember when I stopped, not gonna lie, past Impel and Fish Island. Hey, you never know. Maybe you'll pick it back up, maybe you won't. Maybe you enjoyed the time you read it, maybe you don't. At least you gave it a shot, eh? Naruto's nice, Boruto's bullshit. Exactly. Aww, poor Hemi, look at him. He got the Lacia treatment. Unlucky. I've seen Solo Leveling. I read Solo Leveling. Yeah. You only watched the first, I think it's like 200 episodes, right? Naruto before it's like Shippuden. I didn't bother. I was like, I like reading light novels, but I'm not the greatest fan of webtoons. I really liked Solo Leveling, but I'm not the greatest fan of reading them. I can read them in like book form or light novel form, but besides Solo Leveling, Didn't really bother with too much. Superhuman Era starting again. Wow, Troll might find a new purpose in life. You never know. Hey, see Troll? You live, you learn, you join the stream. Your franchise is back again, back in business. Have I watched Hunter x Hunter? Oh, absolutely. Yep. I basically watched it all. At least when it comes to like, so anything earlier than the 2000s that is like peak anime, I probably haven't watched, but anything like 2000 and past, I've probably seen. One Punch Man, dude, the first season was amazing. Second season, third season does come out this year, so I am looking forward to that. They really have to do a lot of rectifying for that second season. The second season was pretty lame. Dungeon Crawler, dude, already finished, already waiting for the next book. Like, I'm pretty caught up on Lit RPG too. Basically finished most of it. But yeah, Reborn doesn't tell me anything. Gurren Lagann, exactly. That's like past or before the 2000s, so I probably haven't watched it. But maybe I've seen like a clip or two on YouTube. That's about the extent of it. The Breaker, I wish they would tell me anything. Devilman, probably didn't watch it. Death Note, yeah, I mean Death Note, it just kind of ended weirdly. Like Death Note until L dies, peak. After that, it just kind of spirals into nonsense to a degree. Like the fight between the two though. Fire. Devilman is super old, but maybe I check it out. I probably forget, no offense. I probably forget about it, I'm sorry. just gotta tell you how it is. But hey, maybe I remember. Maybe I watch it. Maybe I read about it. You never know. You never know. Oh wait, No, Breaker doesn't tell me. Yeah, no, I know Windbreaker. I watched Windbreaker. But that's obviously not the same as Breaker. Probably not even close. Yeah, that's what Breaker reminded me of. Alright. Just a little bit more and we are going to be able to do a 20 pull. A whole 2-0 pull. I mean, I hope. Maybe we'll also only be able to do like a 10x. We should have a couple blues, maybe some gems from selling rares, maybe. Tower of God peak though. No, it's too much hiatus. Like the Tower of God anime first season, sure, it's nice. But like the webtoon, dude, nah. I managed to go to like chapter 200. Basically the time before they first started having like a pause every 2 weeks. It was great, but then it kind of like I just lost interest in whatever shenanigans were going on. But the betrayal was really well executed. I think I watched it in anime version first. The betrayal was really well done. No, I'm not gonna come back. I tried. I read a couple chapters, put it down again, read a couple. I can't get interested in it again. Initial D, no, maybe I should. I think I heard a couple things about it in recent times. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe should. I don't know. Have to see. Execute! Come on, get that mage! Make him pay! Guess not. Spin-off manga for Tower of God? Yeah, no. Like, if I'm not already reading the main source, I'm not gonna bother with the spin-off one. It's alright. It kinda died for me, I would say. Not really interested in picking it back up again, especially at the moment. So, 2 more stages, and we can actually do the summon. So, I would say like 6 more minutes. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Yeah, 6 heroes in our team. Is Leia good nowadays? Yes. She still sees a lot of play. Leia's still good. Oh, and also get her exclusive. Her exclusive just is really nice. If I like cars, it's a must-see. Oh, maybe I'll watch it. I like sports anime. I like sports. Those are fun, even the silly ones. But not the gay ones. Why is there so many of those? I don't know. Yeah, but sometimes you're just gonna use them alongside of a layer, right? And it's not even all that uncommon. And not just because she's a lot, but yeah, that also factors into the calculation, you could say. Leia's still very good hero. I don't think I've watched beach volleyball. I've watched volleyball, a lot of basketball, soccer. There aren't really any good ones, like Tsubasa's too old, Blue Lock Season 2, just trash. Baseball was fun though. Diamond, no ace, man. That shit was good. Idrit, save us! Not even close as usual. See? Fenris is really good. You can speedrun stages by making the boss move early. No, I don't think I could build up like any real interest. Even if it's like a women's beach volleyball tournament, I don't think I could like build up any real focus. Okay, let's see if our damage is strong enough. If it isn't, we'll have to bring a third ground unit, but that also wouldn't be the end of the world. Got you watching the NBA? Understandable. Maybe if we time our ultimates just right. Yeah, and then for the next wave, we're gonna use Magda's ultimate. Yeah, okay, let's just bring a third ground unit. Which cooking anime? Because if it's... What's the name of it? The one where they all turn naked upon eating a good meal. You know what I mean. Okay, who do we bring? Let's bring Mavira. Exactly. Food Wars. Is that what you're talking about? Or is there a different intense kitchen anime that we all need to know about? You don't remember? Hey, that's fine too. That is totally alright. Alright, time for Mayrira to just get them all. Look. Whoop. And done. She's still 5 stars. Still 5 stars. Delicious in Dungeon. I don't think I watched it. But yeah, no. I also didn't finish Danmachi. I stopped like season 2. Yeah. Maybe I get back. I don't know. I have to see. Sucky. Free rage region! Woo! You know, at the end of the day, as much as we would like to shit on Fenris, if you consider the fact that we don't have a Hollow and don't have a Leia, don't have a Elowen, he's pretty much the next best thing. Right? Like realistically speaking, no Hollow, no Leia, no Elowen. He's basically the next big thing. Next best thing. Yeah, also because we have a Northern a lot. Like the stars really did just align to make sure that Fenris shines for us. Yeah, it's true. We did forget the most important fact. He is in fact a horse. So that's like couple extra bonus points. Oh, and he's from space. He's a space horse. So that's like even better. Okay, 20 pull. Hopefully if we sell all our rares. Newish northerner marksman and you can't remember her name. We're probably talking about Lynx, aren't we? It's alright. You have fun using your A5 Lynx, man. She's an epic. You mean the esotericist one? Because she's terrible. Like, she's generally terrible. Philippa is genuinely terrible. You're not really going to be... The reason why is because she's fusion fodder. She was fusion fodder meant for Corrosa. But we're now getting Corrosa as a shard summon. So... yeah, she just exists. For no reason. Yeah, magic damage, but low. Bottom of the pack magic damage. Boom, bang, boom. Let's go. So, we will do the 20 pull after we finish these three void stages. Horse codex when? Yeah. Where's the codex that limits people to appearances? Like, for example, they bring out a stage in which you can only use blonde heroes. Time for Corrosa, Camille, Leia. What's Ingrid's hair color? Off the top of my head? I don't know. Is it blonde? Or is it white? No, is she blonde? I don't remember. Wukong with skin? Potentially. White? Brunette? Okay, let's check. What is Ingrid's hair color? Ha! It is white hair! Woo! Let's go! Whoever said purple, I don't know. You need some Ingrid in your life? She's a granny. Yeah, obviously. She has to have lived long. That's poor grammar. But she has to have been alive for quite a long time to become so powerful, right? And also she seems to be this game's version of Odin. And Odin is pretty fucking old. Girls call it platinum hair. Yeah, makes it sound better, huh? But I feel like it's more a white than a, like, metallic gray, isn't it? She owns you in arena? She does. She is pretty dominating. Specifically A3 and above. Alright, once again, let's check our odds, people. How are we feeling about pulling another legendary? Lego in summons. How are our odds? That's what we need to know. That's what we need to know. Better feat Ingrid or Araka? Probably Ingrid, just because of strength of feet. The only way to buff Valdron further would be to make him a ranged unit. Why would you make Valdron a ranged unit? He's alright. Another horse? You never know. You never know what the day brings. Okay. Oh, we only have 4 normal summons? No, we didn't collect them again, right? Yeah, see, we're missing on 3. Okay, here we go. Okay, sound on or off? I'm not gonna make it a vote. I need some, just some quick opinions. The last couple times we had audio on, we got a space horse twice. Off or on? Just some quick, off or on? On, off. It's still 50-50. Let's see, we have 2 for on, 2 for off. Off, 3. Off, on, off, on. It's still 50-50 on. Alright. We gotta finish what we started, right? We cannot just run away from our problems. Let's finish what we started. We forgot to turn on SFX. It's a bit awkward. Selkev, huh? That's quite a nothing burger. Let's quickly upgrade our heroes. Get these into the storage. Sell. 832. Damn it. How do we get 60 gems? No. 66. Fuck. We need 66 gems. Aww. Oh, there's 30. All right. Not even a hero intro trailer? Like, I get the fact that we already own a Neona, but you could have at least played it again. I wouldn't have minded that. That would have been fine. Huh. A1 Iona. Yeah, whenever we need any A1 Iona, we'll have her. Which brings up our gallery, not our gallery. Gallery is unimportant. What is important is how far are we in this event? Okay, so we are pretty much 2/3 of the way there. We just need 3,400 more points. We'll also get a full 10 pull on the way. Yeah. Okay. So apparently we want to go to 13,000. I mean, we already started it, right? So 13,000 is the goal. What's this? Not useful. Okay. Let's see if we can do some singles. Because we'll end the stream for today after the summons. But we will be back tomorrow for more campaign grind, for more whatever else we still have left open, so we can work our way towards the 13k reward. 3 summons, 172 gems. Let's finish on singles. Let's go. Sound off because, yeah, reasons. Huh? Because of reasons. Oof. Cashback. I don't know, our single summon luck hasn't been anything to write home about. It's been quite mediocre. Okay, 144, one left in the tank. Oh! We take it. We take it. Some extra points for the altar. That's fine. Let's collect our pigs. Event sign-in is finished. Odyssey, we're finished. Honor's Gauntlet. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I guess we'll have to play it. Will we get all of the rewards? That's just unrealistic. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, but what if we want to win rewards? Huh? What if we want to win? Okay, then yeah. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a lot of fun. We found our final account, Destiny. I'll obviously make sure that we play Guild Boss, that we do the faction trials, and pretty much that we are as prepared as can be for our start tomorrow, which I think seems to just be, I mean, the expert campaign we'll probably be able to push to like 6. Hard campaign, we might be able to beat 7. Normal campaign, us beating 917. Now we're getting critical. Gear rates, we'll definitely have to push gear rates, that's for sure. Gear dungeons, if we're getting really desperate for gems, we can also attempt to do a couple gear dungeons. But, I mean, looking at it like this, that doesn't seem to be anything too crazy that gives us like a huge amount of summons anymore. So we might not even make it to 13,000. We'll try our very hardest, but we might even end up failing. You never know. You never know. Some of the factions make no sense, like Elwyn not sharing a faction with Talon. Half of Talon's law is Elwyn. Don't you think you could get along with someone from a different country? Just because you're not in the same faction doesn't mean you can get along. All right. Thank you all very much. We see each other in the next one. Peace.